It's 1 minute till showtime.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Welcome in, everybody. My name is Jim. This is More Sunshine, Please, the Tuesday evening live stream. Thanks for being here. Coming up on the show, I'll show you where I went yesterday. We'll play our game. Got a top 15 list, something to eat. But before we do any of that, I want to try to be able to hear myself in these headphones. So if I can just do this for a second, that isn't going to work. I can kind of hear myself. It's okay. Let's give out some phony Olympic medals to the first three people in the chat. Here we go. Last week was unusual, if I remember. A little different. Congratulations. Gold medalist, Mr. Fulton Mraz. How about that? It's Joey's World is our silver medalist. And Francisco. That's fun to say. Our bronze medalist. Congratulations to our medal winners today. When was this, by the way? That was this morning. 8:11 this morning. It was a close race. 8:13. And then 9:34 a.m. for our bronze. Wow. Tight race. Okay. And this is Paul. With 28 hours left. Will there be another jump? You never know. It's fun to see, though. And this was OPTV at 3:21 earlier today. But I'll get closer to showtime here. Wait a minute. That was yesterday. That was all yesterday because here's Richard at 8:25 p.m. That had to be last night. Okay, this is different. There was no jump. That's crazy. When did I schedule this? Oh, I scheduled it on Sunday, a day earlier than normal. I threw a wrench in the works. I never know. Hello, Paul. I know that was a day ago. Rob Fuzz, a day ago. But I see him in there, and I got to play the... all right, let's get today. This morning. Okay. No jump. That was fun. This is fun. Mary Ellen was here at lunch. Jim, what is your favorite summer movie cartoon? Summer movie cartoon? I don't know. I feel Aladdin was released in the summer. I'll go with that. I don't really know when it was released. Okay, I think we're close to showtime, and there's Tim, 6:54. Okay, I think we're wishing everybody happy Tuesday now. Hello, Tim. Hello, Mary Ellen. Season's greetings, Donna Jaworski. How are you? Paul Eichenlaub's back. Hello, Paul. D&G Explorers, that's Gregory. I have to find the right button. Dilly Dilly. Hello to you. Didn't have to work. Neither did I. More on that in a second. It's pretty sweet. Debbie Thunert, welcome in. There's Debbie. Twice. And Movie Mania Nick, hello. Yes. And Nick and Mary Ellen. And there's Dean. Hello, Dean. How are you? Michelle the Quilter, hello to you and your family. Hope you're doing well. Walt and or Melissa, hello to you. Wait a minute. There it is. It's scrolled. Good to see you guys. All right. Thanks for being here, everybody. As I just mentioned, I did not have to work today because, as many of you know, I'm a high school teacher. And today is officially my first day of summer vacation. USA! 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 Anyway, I could have worked yesterday, but I didn't. We actually had to go to Orlando for a doctor's appointment for Annie. It went well. It was great, actually. And we went to an Asian market while we were in Orlando. More on that in a minute. I took a tiny bit of video. But what else? Yeah, summer. Actually, my last day was Friday. I did go in. There were it was makeup day for kids that needed to make up their final exams. And that went from 8:40 to 10:40. And I had a kid walk in at 10:30. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that kid. I love him now. Everything's good now in the summertime. Okay, we'll move on. But come on, 10:30? I don't often yell at kids. I never yell at kids. I never raise my voice. I don't care enough to raise my voice to kids. But I was like, are you kidding? I did that. I did do that. I said, okay, let's go. Let's go. Because I'm out of here. Summer starts. It's like Mark Harmon in the movie Summer School. That was me. Anyway. All right. That's that. I've checked the chat. We can get rid of that. Okay. What's going on? Let's talk the Tigers. We're all behind our baseball team. They do not deserve their music. It's been horrible. The month of May has been horrible. However, last night they came to town. They are in Tampa. My son asked me if I'm going to go see them. I am not. Why would I pay to see that? I half kid. But Jalen, welcome in. Tigers aren't good. Walt and or Melissa, you have no idea. I think the Orioles just took 2 or 3 from them not too long ago, and that was their last victory. They were swept by the last place Angels. So now, let me... yesterday, they came to Tampa, and they won. They scored 10 runs, which I cannot remember the last time they scored double digits. They hit 5 home runs and still eked out a victory. Look at the box score. They were up, top of the 8th. They scored 2 runs, so it was 10-5. And then Bo Brisky comes in and walks 3 guys. Free runs. let's not make it too easy. I'm sorry. I'm raising my voice. They held on to win. But holy cow, they hit 5 home runs. They scored 10 runs, and it's still a squeaker. You can see the standings in the AL Central. A 377 win percentage. That is tied for last place in Major League Baseball with the Rockies and the Angels. So it is... Its May was brutal, but I'm following the game right now, and I'll just hold that up there. They're winning again. What? But it's the second inning, and there's that's great. That score is great, but I don't know. And then Paul's here, so I feel like the Cubs are my second team now. They're not really, but Paul's here, so I'm going to say that. And I know the Cubs are above 500. They're still. Are they in third place in the division, the NL Central, and 4 games above 500, I believe. So if they were in our division, they'd be a wild card team. I don't know. It's Tigers, but maybe June is the turnaround. Anyway, I'll stop talking. I'm the only one I think that cares about this. But yeah, what are you gonna do? Okay, let's move on. Oh, the Giants are only a half game better. Yeah, I did see that. The Cubs lost 10 in a row. I did not know that. Mike and or Mandy, welcome in. I hope you're well. Let's see. Oh, okay. So we took Annie to a doctor's appointment in Orlando, and it went really well. It was awesome. Surf Bum, John, welcome in. And we had a plan because this our son is back from school, so he's here for the summer, as far as I know. And we had the plan after the doctor visit. We're going to go to a place called H Mart that we have heard about. We've never been. You may or may not know. We like to go to Asian markets because they've got some crazy stuff there. Not crazy to Asians, I'm sure, but it's fun. And we like to try things that are just not available at Publix. You know what I'm talking? So we went to H Mart. I've got a picture of the exterior of the building because why not? I'm sure that used to be a different store. I don't know, but it's in Orlando proper. And when we walked in, I have a bit of video of just when we walked in. It is a grocery store / food court establishment. I don't know how to say that any better. Here's about 22 seconds of video I took. So before you even get into the grocery store, which you can see through the windows in the back, this is the food court. And they had a lot to choose from. And you can see how busy it was. That was, they even had a little stage there. They've got live music that plays there. Not at that time, but when we were leaving, there was a little busker, a guy with a guitar singing stuff. But I can compare H Mart, which, by the way, is an American company. It was started by a Korean immigrant in New Jersey, I want to say. I believe the company, and they've got H Marts in other places, New York, probably California. I don't know. But there are a number of them throughout the country, but they're based in New Jersey. Unlike the other Asian market we went to a while ago, LITHIA Market, which is in North Tampa. And this place was a lot like that. Not the food court. The food court at H Mart was a lot better. And we did eat there. And I got some sort of soup bowl. Where am I? What happened? I just disappeared. But I'm back. Am I back? But now I'm looking at that monitor. I'm frozen. Okay, I'm unfrozen. What is going on? Pepper Tree Villa, welcome in. Keith, BDF, hello to you. The little blip here is causing me to not ignore my chat. Silver lining. Welcome in, everybody. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, Latte Market. The market itself was a lot like H Mart, and but the food court was a lot better. I don't know what you heard and what you did not hear. I liked the food we got. What else did we get? We got cheese. There was a side called cheesy corn or something like that. It was just a platter. It looked like something you'd get at Chili's, but it was just corn covered in cheese. And it was delicious. Very sweet. So I don't know what else other than the corn made it sweet, but it was pretty good. But we did do a little shopping. We didn't get too much. There wasn't a lot for us. You know, a lot of those frozen foods that you'd find there, they're not the best in-class ingredients, but we do like to experiment. So we get the snacks. So we got some mochi. By the way, it's a Korean market, a Chinese market, a Japanese market, a Vietnamese market. It's an Asian market. But I think it's time now to show you one of the things I did get, and it falls under our coffee segment. I can include this in our coffee segment.
Great coffee is easy, Mrs. Olson.
Coffee's for closers only.
I set high standards for myself. I set high standards for my coffee.
Picks you up, calms you down. It's the lifeblood that drives the dreams of champions.
Welcome back. Nick says H Mart is in Jersey and New York. Okay. And maybe elsewhere in the Northeast. Anyway, it's fun to go to those places. As we're going up and down the aisles, and we hit the snack aisle, something caught my eye because it had the word coffee on the box. So I'll just show you this. It's called Coffee Joy, and the picture makes it look like it's a graham cracker of some sort. Indulgent, irresistible coffee biscuit. It does say Coffee Joy Italian Moment. It is not an Italian product. It does say here on the side it is a product of Indonesia under the barcode there. We'll focus later. Okay, you'll notice the box was open because the fam did want to try it. I wanted to save it for the live stream. So there were 2 packages of this in the box. And as we were driving home and we were trying our snacks, which is the joy of going to a place we don't often go to try all the snacks on the ride home that we've never had before. And while I didn't have this, I did hear my wife say, oh, I like these a lot. So I do have that going for me, which is nice. Holy cow! All right, let's play some eating music. Although this is the coffee segment. Very thin. I feel like I'm going to break it if I... It does look like a very thin graham cracker. Looks like it's dusted with sugar. Ooh, it smells like the coffee candy I've been eating every week. That's good. got more. Holy moly. I was about to say that would go good with coffee. I've got coffee. Wow. Those are tasty. They're thin. I feel like I'm not... I feel like I wouldn't be too guilty eating the entire container. Let's see. A serving size is 10 pieces. 10 of these. 150 calories. There are only 450 calories in this whole box. I feel like I could go through 2 boxes. I wouldn't. Yeah, I would. But that's a nice little hint of something sweet and delicious. It's not too sweet. And very coffee forward. I would get these again. I don't think they were that expensive. And even if they were, it'd be worth it. I think maybe they were $4. So that's everything's relative, I know. But holy moly. Loved that. All right, top of 3. We still have a 5-0 lead over the Rays. So top of 3. Okay. Well, we'll see how long that holds. Hopefully, I don't want to be a pessimist with the Tigers, but holy moly. And not only do they lose, they lose in walk-off fashion. I'm not kidding. 4 or 5 of their losses in May were walk-off victories for the other team, including Baltimore, if I remember. Okay. Intermission. When we come back, we'll play our game, Chrono Photo. Stick around. School's out. And welcome back. Wow, there was some... I forgot to trim off the end of that. All right, let's play Chrono Photo. And we're back. Chrono Photo, we're going to be showing 5 pictures. We have to guess in which year these pictures were taken. The closer we are, the more points we get. If we do get the correct answer, they give us 1,000 points. So 5,000 is a perfect score. We've done it before. We're looking to do it again. Please put your guesses in the chat. I'm going to zoom in on the picture so we get a little more detail where we can. And please help me out because I'm not the best at this. Okay. And I just opened this up because I forgot to do it earlier. And luckily, we have a full color picture. What looks like a food court in a mall, but outside. I'm guessing this is New York City. I'm guessing this is Times Square. I don't really know. Okay, we have some automobiles. A person in the foreground. Let's zoom in. It's cold. Or she's cold. These cars look like they're from the 1980s. And so do the signs on the building. JVC. Quality audio. I'm looking at the sign on the side here, the future of video, and it looks like that's a camcorder, again. Very 80s. I think that's a camcorder. And spoiler alert, that ain't the future of video. Oh, wait a minute. We have movie posters. And that looks like a movie that was out when I worked at a movie theater in college. That looks like Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven. So this is not the 80s. This is early 90s. I don't know exactly when. I think I'm right about that. I think that is Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven, which might be 91. Let me think. 92? Wow. I've got to think about this for a second. 93? I'll just add a year to my guesses. I'll say 93. I can't be certain. Oh, another one. That's the Eddie Murphy movie, This Distinguished Gentleman. I also remember that at our theater. And is this a stage performance next to it? The Will Something Follies? Starring Mac Davis? What? Okay. Tomorrow's weather is cloudy and cooler. So this is the 90s. This is early 90s at one of those years. All right. I don't know if we need to look at much more. The Distinguished Gentleman. I remember that. That wasn't a bad movie. Nor was Unforgiven. Never saw the Mac Davis thing. I'm going to say 93, but I'm not certain. I'm going to go to the chat. Where's the chat? There it is. Okay. Let's see. I just saw this. Duncan is not yet in Canada? I did not know that. You don't need it. You've got Timbits. You've got Tim Hortons. It's the same thing. I always thought Dunkin' coffee was more acidic, or too acidic for me. But then when we got our new coffee maker, I did get some Dunkin' coffee because it was BOGO at Publix. And it was fine. I don't know. And is that true? Oh. Well, I'm happy for you. I never get that. But I mean, that's interesting. Okay, where am I? I think Keith has our first guess. 85. Donna says 90. It could be. I'm thinking it's a couple years later than that. But, and I'm just, I'm trying to remember, and I can't be certain. It could be 90. Dean thinks it's the year 198. Oh, okay. I see. I'm kidding. Yes, it's Unforgiven, which is we think 92. '91, 95. Many 92s, including Movie Mania Nick. Okay. Now, is this winter of 92? Like late 92, or is it early 93? I know it's cold out. I'll say 92. A lot of you, many of you said 92, so I'll say that. 1992, is that what I said? Yes, let's do it. Survey says, yes, indeed. Well done, everybody. That's teamwork. Making the dream work. Picture 2. Hey, an Asian market. Okay, is this New York again? Oh, is this the produce cart that Don Corleone was gunned down near? In The Godfather? Is this The Godfather? It is not, but okay. There are cars, and it looks, in my limited knowledge of automobiles, I'm guessing the 40s, or it could be the 50s, I suppose. Early 50s? It looks like there's a number of Asian men outside of this Asian market, but there are signs all around in English. So I'm guessing this is New York or perhaps San Francisco, although they all look kind of bundled up. No parking. One way. Mott Street, where's that? And I suppose there are other Chinatowns. Is that the whole picture? Did I kind of zoom in on everything? We cannot say a single license plate. Well, one more zoom in here. I can't really tell a lot. But that's an interesting street sign with the oval above the street. I'd imagine maybe there's a number in there, but it's hard to see. Can't make anything else out. All right, I'm going to zoom out and then go to the chat here. I'll leave that there. All right. Yeah, a little bit. Tougher than the other one. Early 50s. Keith, I was leaning toward that. 49 or 50. PTV says 49. Ooh, 51 or 52. Okay. I think so. I think it's Chinatown somewhere. 47, 48, 49. This reminds me of Bugsy. 47. Ah. Oh, look at this. So we're guessing it's New York City. Mott Street in July. Well, this isn't July, I don't think, but that's awesome. Thank you. That's a fun tidbit. Thank you. Let's see here. 1803. My grandpa at the first H market. Yes. 53, maybe. There are a lot of guesses. 49 seems to be like right in the middle of everybody's guessing. So I'm going to do that. 1949. Survey says 55. That's a bit later than I thought. Did anybody have that? 53. Paul said 53. I don't know if that was in jest, but it was pretty darn close. All right. That one was tough, but fun. Let's move on. Next picture. Ugh, worse. Or easier, I don't know. This is, they were just building the H Mart in this picture. Morey and Farrell contractors, builders. But that's the only company in business in this picture. Wow, this is a super early picture. This is before streets or automobiles, certainly. Wow. I'm going to go 1900 just because we can't go any earlier. That is the earliest year we can guess, and I can't imagine it's much beyond that. But I'm looking forward to your guesses. I think Keith is there with 1905. 1902. We've got an 08, 05, 04, 1900, 1903, 1901. Couple of 1903s in there. I'm cool with that. 1903. How can we possibly know what this is? Survey says. It was 1900. It was as early as I thought it might be. That's cool. We still got a lot of points. 777. Let's go to the next one. Come on. All right. Now, is this San Francisco with the streetcar? Broadway and 242nd Street. So every picture's in New York? Probably not. I see a big thumbprint down here at the bottom. That's funny. Somebody doesn't know how to handle their pictures when they're developing them. It was the early days of photography, I'm guessing. This, I'm looking at all the guys that shop at the same hat store, and it reminds me of seeing the crowd in old baseball footage of going to see, Babe Ruth and early ball players. So I'm going to guess this is the 1920s. With there is an automobile back there. I think further reinforcing my guess, sometime in the 20s. Women that look like they're in the movie Titanic, but maybe a little removed from that, so I don't know. Maybe this is 1920. Wow. I'm going to guess it's post-war. What is this? Again, that would be 1920. I don't know. I'm going to stick with my guess, 1920. Let's see. I think, does Keith have our first guess? 1911. We have a 1908, 1916. Pork pie hats. Is that what those are called? I didn't know that. You're saying 1928? 27? Mandy is singing. 25. We have a 24. I'm going to go 1920. I did get the last one correct. Just because I couldn't go any earlier. So I'm going to say 1920. If it's nowhere near close, that's on me. Survey says. 1914. Dean was close. Keith was rather close as well. That's earlier than I thought. The car, seeing that car in the background. Anyway, I'll stop. That was picture 4. We've got one more. We can get close to 4,000. We can't get there, but oh my goodness! Come on, Chrono Photo. Okay, it looks like there's a big tank and guys in shorts, a motorcycle. So is this during the war? But what war? Or maybe not during a war at all. It's gotta be. Is that Walt Disney? No. It does look like he's holding a camera on his shoulder. I don't know who he is, though. I don't think it's Walt Disney. Who was he not a medic in the army, if I remember? But that tank is unusual. Okay, I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to guess this is World War II, and I'll say 1942. I don't really know. Please help. Keith says, I think Keith is first here. World War I era, around 1916 or 17. Motorcycle is something from World War II time frame. I was kind of thinking that myself, but I didn't really know. But in, I'm going to use movies again. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. There's a big chase using motorcycles. World War II era motorcycles. That's what I was thinking. See, Dean says 31. We've got a 40, 44. Another 44. 40, 35. Multiple guesses. A couple of 1940s and a couple of 1944s. And my guess was right between them. Darn. And then our other guesses were earlier, so maybe 1940. I'm going 1940. Here we go. Our final guess. Survey says 37. Wow. Paul said 35. 40 wasn't a bad guess. We ended with 3,704 points. Not bad. I never care how well we do. I just like playing, and I hope you do too. Okay. We'll play again next time. Let's take another intermission. When we come back, I have a top 15 list about what I'll be doing or want to try to accomplish this summer. I'll be right back.
This could be the beginning of the end for the human race. For what men first thought were meteors or the often ridiculed flying saucers are in reality the flaming vanguard of the invasion from Mars.
Looks like they're going to come out of that gully pretty soon. We'll have to rush our defenses to be ready when they do.
Guard, you need plenty of reinforcements.
We'll get them. Lieutenant, look!
The nations of the world mobilize their armed might, rushing to defend the Earth against the unknown weapons of the super race from the Red Planet. Panic that sweeps around the globe as the great masses of mankind flee blindly in a headlong stampede of hysteria.
Middle of the fourth inning. Tigers still holding that 5-0 lead. How about that? Jack Flaherty is pitching for him, and he hasn't been great, but he's been great today, I guess. Okay, it is my summertime. And this is when I hold off many doctor's appointments. As a matter of fact, I had a dentist appointment earlier today. It's just nice to not have work to try to get in the way of these appointments. So I'll get my my dermatology appointment in and stuff like that. But this is also when I reserve getting things done around the house. So today I just thought, for lack of a better topic, these are my top 15 things I want to get done around the house this summer. And it's not fun, but I just thought I'd give you a little glimpse into my life. Okay, number 15. We have a robotic vacuum that we got for Christmas. And we want it to be able to go underneath our couch and our living room furniture. And I have propped it up using bits of 2x4 and other things. One of those other things being these cork coasters that we got from Amazon. And I'm already halfway through this bit on my to-do list. But I wanted to stain them so they matched our floor more closely. And then I want to adhere them to the bottom of our furniture so that our vacuum can get under our furniture. So these are all of the corks, and I glued 3 of them together so that they'd be the right height for our vacuum to get under our furniture. So I just stained the edges of those cork coasters. And then there's also some plywood down there for a different couch that doesn't have to be raised up as high. And I stained that too, and the part I didn't stain we'll never see. So, as I said, though, I've already used them. I am now staining them to match, to hide them using our floor and whatnot. So here is, I think that's our chair. And as you can see, when the vacuum is able to get under there, it is tearing apart that thin fabric that's on the bottom of our furniture. So I've also have to now refasten that to the frame of the furniture because everything is now like that. There's a little protuberance on the top of the vacuum that must be just grabbing, like snagging that stuff on the furniture. And I'll use a staple gun or some glue or something to make that look better. But so that's number 15 on my list. And everything on my list is kind of like this. Number 14, I do not have a picture, so I'll just tell you. There's a door upstairs that sticks in the door frame. So I want to unstick that. That's what you got there. Number 13, we have a half bath where when you turn on the hot water, and not every time, just when I'll just show you what I'm talking about here. I know it looks horribly calcified down at the bottom, but when we turn that on, that hot water is coming out of that spigot. That's just the hot water control there. And water is coming out of it. So I assume there's some sort of grommet or gasket that needs replacing. But why is water coming out of... Anyway, so I've got to fix that as well. So that's number 13 on my list. Number 12, also having to do with water. In our kitchen, we have an Aquasana reverse osmosis filter system. And every 6 months, I have to replace some filters. I just took a picture underneath the sink. It's way too close to see what's going on there. But Those are that's the water tank on the right, and then some of the filters on the left. It's time to change some of those filters, so I've got to do that. That's number 12. Number 11, we're going outside. I've got to get rid of some of the weeds that are growing through the pavers in our yard. And I've done this before, but I'm going to use the Pepper Tree Villa non-toxic method of killing these weeds. And that involves, I think, salt and Dawn dish soap, maybe vinegar. I don't remember. I'm going to have to look it up. And then you squirt that on these things, and they wither and die just like that. So I'm going to be doing that again real soon. Staying outside, number 10 on the list. We have what we call mud daubers around here, and these are like wasp bee type things that take mud and build nests on the side of our house. And when you knock them down, when you knock the mud down, it leaves this hard to remove mud on the side of the house. So I've got to go around our house and spot paint where that happens. You can see up in the corner, this is right above our front door, which is covered. And you can see over on the left what I'm talking about. I've got to knock that stuff down, but when I do, I've got to scrub it off and then repaint that. So it's not hard, but it's got to be done because it's all over. It's all over the house. Number 9, still outside. Back on our lanai, we have some patio furniture that it's in dire need of vacuuming. I've got to take the shop vac to this furniture, the pads on here, and just get rid of all the pollen and dust that has accumulated on that stuff. Okay, that was number 9. Number 8, I almost don't want to show this picture, but it's right over here in this More Sunshine Please multi-million-dollar live stream studios. I'm just going to show it real quick. I've got to clean up my workbench. I've let many months go by, and just now I have the time to arrange and clean and put things back. That gallon jug, I'm going to use that for the Pepper Tree Villa non-toxic weed killer. So, I mean, anyway. And there's the stain I used. Anyway, that's embarrassing. But maybe that embarrassment is the kick in the pants I need to get, that cleaned up. Number 7. We had an address placard on our house for many years, and the hot Florida sun has weather beaten it, and it got really hard to read. So I removed it. And I went to Aldi recently, and they had a very cheap, very inexpensive and cheap, both terms apply, address, solar address stake. Now, there are also places on the back of this where you can adhere it to the wall with screws. And I believe I'm going to do that. So I'm going to take that, and it's solar because it lights up at night for a while, as long as the charge lasts, I suppose. But that's all plastic. It's not great, but it is something. We needed something, and we got that at Aldi for like $15. So if that lasts a season, we'll be happy with that. But I think it will last a few years anyway. We'll see. It'll be fun to see. Number 6, we have these fans in our bathrooms. We have 3 bathrooms, and we have fans in each of them. And we believe cockroaches are getting in through the fans. So we ordered these things to install on the pipes on our roof. The exhaust from these fans is essentially what it is. So we've got these things, these removable roof vents. So I'm going to put that on there to cover up. It's screened, so if roaches are coming in through there, That should hopefully stop them. We also have these dampers to replace, and that's the thing inside that flaps open, so when the fan's on, it allows air to escape, but when the fan's off, it seals that inlet into our home. So hopefully, if bugs are getting in, this stuff will stop it. I don't know. We'll see. Number 5 on the list, I am going to just show you the exterior of my garage. And I have to clean the inside of that. I'm not showing you the inside of that garage. I showed you the workbench here. That was more than enough. Number 4, I do not have a picture of, and I can't remember what it is. End of 4 innings, the Tigers are still winning 5-0. All right, let's see. I'll just say I'm going to vacuum out the cars, do some detailing. Again, shop vac. That's good. I could have showed you a picture of something that needs vacuuming, but that's gross. Okay. Number 3. And this is simply putting outlet covers on some outlets. I replaced drywall. But when I put the outlet covers back on these outlets, they were too recessed, which is not code. But I do have these things that will push the plug out further, so that when I put the outlet cover on, it is either flush or sticking out a little bit of the outlet cover. Right now, if I were to put the outlet cover on there, those plugs would be too far in. They'd be recessed into there, and that's not good. And I could have done this any number of times. The problem is it's on the same circuit as many other things, so I've just got to find the right time where nobody's using those circuits. It's just going to be for a few minutes. But so little stuff like this is what I've got to do this summer. All right. Number 2, I've got to replace little bits of quarter round around the house. And I think there's 2 places I need to do this. This is what I'm talking about. That's the quarter round. I'm actually going to replace that. And that shouldn't take long either. But just now that summer's here, this is when I'm going to do it. We're at number 1. Number 1, we had some cold days this winter, and it wreaked havoc on our landscaping, and we saved some things. We didn't save other things. I'm going to show you 2 things in our backyard. One is the thing on the right that is now brown is a, what do you call it? It looks like a conifer. It looks like a pine tree, but it's not really. Anyway, a lot of that turned brown, but there are some green spots on the top left of that. I'm not going to touch that tree right now. On the left is our bird of paradise, which, look at it. It's so sad. I've got to trim all that dead stuff away. I can now. It's been a few months. Nobody from the street can see this, by the way. There is some green poking out of the back of that and the top of it. It's blending into the trees in the background. But I've got to trim this, provide for some more room for growth. But yeah, that's just... we had a couple days where it was extended time below freezing temperatures here in Tampa. So yeah, that's what it was. So that's my top 15 list that I've got to do, and I'm showing it to you so that you'll hold me accountable, and I've got to do these things. There's probably other things, but anyway. It's summer, and I'm so happy right now. And I thank you for joining me here. I'll be back next week. I will see you around other YouTube chat rooms and comment areas. You know what I mean. Anyway, thank you so much for being here, playing the game. I will see you later. It is now time to say goodnight. Thanks, everybody.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.